What's happening, guys? My name's Audrey. Welcome to Infovids. Today we will be taking a look at essential keyboard shortcuts every editor in Filmora must know. This involves moving clips, splitting clips, and organizing media. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's jump right in. But before we start this tutorial, let me explain what keyboard shortcuts are and why you need them. Keyboard shortcuts are a combination of keys, pressed at the same time to run a specific order. Keyboard shortcuts make moving around in the editor much more faster, simpler, and less complicated. They are easy to use, easy to handle, and most of the times easy to remember. What you need is practice, and before you know it, you'll be using keyboard shortcuts like a pro. And believe me when I say this, some of these shortcuts are very general, and in everyday applications you'll be able to use some of the shortcuts I'll be teaching here. So watch till the end to know everything. The first keyboard shortcut is Ctrl S. Go ahead and press Ctrl S on the project file in Filmora, and you will see a save dialog box appear. Ctrl S allows you to save your project. Ctrl Shift S allows you to save your project as, which means that you'll be able to save your project as a copy and make a different version of it. Next on the list is Ctrl A. If you have multiple clips on your timeline and you want to select them all, then Ctrl A is what you'd want to use. What if you've made a mistake and you want to undo the changes? Ctrl Z. Click those keys at the same time and it'll undo the changes. And what if you want to redo them? Hitting Ctrl Y will help. The other basic things that you'll need to do in editors are cutting, copying, and pasting. And you can do them all with shortcuts. Ctrl X to cut, Ctrl C to copy, and Ctrl V to paste. And what about playing your video in the editor without having to move your cursor to the play button? Hit that spacebar and your video should start playing. And grouping elements, hitting Ctrl G will group them. And ungrouping them, hitting Ctrl Alt G will do exactly that. And the last of the section has to do with exiting your application. Want to do that with a handy shortcut? Well, here it is. Hit the Alt F4 buttons on your keyboard. Remember, at the same time, and that'll exit your application much more faster. I know I've taught you a lot to go by for now. And what I've taught you so far are general shortcuts you can use everywhere. These shortcuts apply for Windows itself. You can try cut, copy, paste shortcuts, Ctrl X, Ctrl C, and Ctrl V on files and folders in your libraries, and a few others like the undo shortcut. But what's next? Well, next I'll be teaching you the other most needed shortcuts of Filmora. See you there. Let's start by opening up the preferences. You can do this by hitting Ctrl Shift, and to import files, Ctrl I does the trick. To copy and paste effects onto your clips fast, then press Ctrl Alt C to copy the effects and Ctrl Alt V to paste effects. Remember the zoom in and zoom out keyboard shortcuts? Well, in Filmora you can zoom to fit the timeline. Hit the keys Shift Z and all the clips will be visible on the timeline. This makes it easier for you to see what you've got so far. Next on the list is the crop and zoom dialog box. Press Alt C and a crop, pan, zoom dialog box will pop up on your screen. And to split clips, use Ctrl B. Place your playhead over the place where you want them to split apart, and then hit the shortcut. Next of all is the freeze frame tool. If you want to pause a frame at a specific point, then you would want to use the freeze frame tool. To do this easily, the keyboard shortcut for this is Alt F. And last but not least, exporting. Once you're done with your project, just smash the keys Ctrl E. Once you do this, the export dialog box will show up. And the lesson's almost coming to an end. But before it does, I want to share a little tip with you. I might not have covered all the keyboard shortcuts in Filmora, but I've covered the most essential. If you want to find out a specific shortcut, then you can find what it is by doing these steps. right-click on your clip and check if the tool is in the menu. If it is, then you'll see their shortcut on the right if they have any. To search up for new shortcuts, just click on the menus up there and you'll be able to find dozens. And that's it! Essential keyboard shortcuts every editor must know in Filmora. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. Smash that like button, subscribe to our channel and hit that bell icon so you don't miss out on amazing videos such as this one. This was Audrey from Infovids, a channel teaching you tips and techniques in photo editing, audio editing, video editing and of course more in the future. With all this being said, you'll be sure to see me in the next tutorial.